Hi, good morning to Samahan and all of my fellow friends. So we are from group B11 and we are presenting about the future of green technology and renewable energy. So before I start our presentation, I would like to say that um, if you think our green nature, green environment that we have right now is valuable and you wanted to know how to make it safe for our future, then you should probably stay tuned to our presentation. Thank you.
I'm going to start our presentation with the introduction. Okay, first, next slide. Introduction. Okay, okay. First, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Siti Nur Emilinda Binti Rahim. My metric number 1940774. Okay. Renewable energy is the energy that includes resources which rely on fuel sources that restore themselves over short periods of time. The example of fuel sources include the sun, wind, water, organic plant, and waste material. It also includes the earth heat, which is called geothermal. Um, Although the impact of the renewable energy are small, some renewable energy technologies can have an impact on the environment. For example, large hydroelectric resources can have environmental threats on such issues. For example, fisheries and land use. Okay. Green power or green technology is a subset of renewable energy and represent those renewable energy resources that provide the highest environmental benefit. Green technology is defined as electricity produced from solar, wind, geothermal, eligible biomass, and low impact small hydroelectric sources. Green technology help us to conserve and preserve energy and to be more efficient in our daily life, both at work and at home. Green technology refers to a type of technology that is considered environmentally friendly based on its production process or its supply chain. It also refers to clean energy production, where the clean energy production is the use of alternative fuels and technology that are less harmful to the environment than fossil fuels. Okay, I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay. Okay, I will explain about importance of green technology and renewable energy. My name is Nashaza Adila Muhammad Salim. My metric number 195218. So the importance of green technology lies in the reduction of risk posed by environmental damage and conservation of natural resources. It will also ensure that clean and renewable sources of energy are used to prevent the complete exhaustion of the other non-renewable sources. So the importance of green technology is also include provide clean energy, facility the use of green technology and makes properties more sustainable. Okay, first, provide clean energy. Green technology attempts to provide alternative energy sources that do not depend essential fossil fuels. It is also critical for curbing global warming by bringing down the emission of greenhouse gas like nitrogen and carbon dioxide. To this end, some of the ways adopted by green tech include harnessing the potential of solar energy, fuel cells, wind energy, and geothermal energy. In addition to these alternative sources of energy, clean tech also present solutions like battery technology, green building, and metallic forms. Number two is facilities the use of green technology. The use of technology across the globe is widespread and continues to involve green tech. However, string together technology with recyclable components such as effort acids in promoting a pollution-free environment that can sustain life. For instance, green computers are in the pipeline The current computer range is made of cadmium, lead, plastic, and brominated fire retardants that can all be categorized as hazardous for the environment. Green technology is working to produce computers that has compute or parts that are safe to dispose of. And number three, makes properties more sustainable. Environmental technology is also playing a role in the construction industry by inserting sustainable feature into the play. This feature added to the construction industry helps both the value of the property alongside making it eco-friendly. Although the initial cost of green building is high, it will in the long haul. So in short, green technology is crucial for our future. It also significantly helps with curtailing solution, decelerating global warming, and preserving natural sources. Next slide. Next, it is important that start use renewable energy resources for avoiding any problems come. So renewable energy is the energy that is replenished on a human time scale, but these sources are flow limited and can harvest it by renewable resources such as sunlight, wind, hydropower, geothermal, tides, and rain. Okay, the first, the among the important renewable energy is can solar energy from the sun. Solar energy, the sun to collect energy and convert it into electricity. This can be used as a source of heat and light. Sunlight does not produce any waste or pollutant for the environment, and it is free to collect sunlight as it always present. Number two is the wind. Use tall wind turbines to generate electricity using wind. So place wind turbines on wind farms in flat areas with strong winds because the wind does produce any waste or pollution for the environment. And number three, hydropower power. So use the water to move wind turbines and generate electricity. Hydropower is considered an inexpensive source and it does not leave any harmful chemical as waste. And number four, biomass. Just use plant matter and animal waste to produce electricity. Growing biomass crops use up carbon dioxide and increase oxygen, and biomass is always available, thus it can be used and renewable resources. And next, geothermal energy can convert the steam to electricity by using power stations. To run this station, use heated water and steam from the earth. So that is important, use renewable energy resources for avoiding any problem. So just use an ability to more energy can harvest it by renewable resources, actually like sun, wind, and so on, or a lifetime. So I will pass to next presenter.
Okay, hello everyone. So my name is Nishanti Ramesh. My machine number is 195352. Now I'm going to present on benefits of green technology and renewable energy. So first we are going to look at benefits of green technology. So there are some benefits. Actually, there are more benefits than the one in the slides. So there is 5. So I explain one by one. So first of all, we're going to look at recycling. So recycling is a green technology that helps manage and recycle waste material. And also it allows it to be used for beneficial purposes. And this technology is used for waste management, incineration, and more. A lot of recyclable material has allowed individuals to create plant fertilizer, sculptures, fuel, and even furniture. So next we're going to look at purifying of water. Purifying of water is a green technology, purifies water, and it is a scarcity of pure drinking water, which is a major concern of people. Through the use of various technologies, a lot of campaigns have been successful in providing people with clean drinking water. Actually, water is a very important element in our lives. we need water for everything we do in our lives, such as for drinking, for cooking, for bath, and so on. So having a clean water is one of the important thing that everyone needs in our lives. So that's the purifying of waters. The third one is purifying of the hair. Okay, dealing with carbon emission is another focus. While the human race is improving in terms of various technologies, the automobiles, factories, and etc. are emitting a lot of carbon that is detrimental to the planet. Green technology helps to reduce carbon emission and purify the air. This allows people and other living things to breathe properly. So number four is conserving energy. Energy is being conserved through the use of such technology. Alternatives to devices that use a lot of electricity or fuel are being introduced to the public. The use of electric cars is on the rise, especially in the UK. People using environment-friendly devices and appliances is encouraged. While installation of such devices, namely solar panels, might be expensive for some people, the benefits it offers with regards to reducing bill expenses are tremendous. So next, the last one is regenerate, rejuvenating ecosystem. Um, Green or clean technology is also being used to breathe life into ecosystems that have been sustained a lot of damage due to human involvement. Through the use of this technology, trees are replanted, waste is managed and recycled. This is to ensure that the affected ecosystem is able to start again and this time remain conserved. Actually, this helps to ensure that a lot of plant and animal species don't go extinct. So this is for the benefits of the green technology. Now we are going to look at the benefits of renewable energy. So there are five important five benefits for this part. So let me explain one by one. First thing is less global warming. Human activity is overloading our atmosphere with carbon dioxide and other global warming emissions. These gases act like a blanket, trapping heat. The result is a web of significant and harmful impacts, from stronger, more frequent storms to drought, sea level rise, and extinction. Okay, for example, in the United States, about 29% of global warming emissions come from the electricity sector. Most of those emissions came from fossil fuels like coal and natural gas. So the next one is improved public health. The air and water pollution emitted by coal and natural gas plants is linked with breathing problems, neurological damage, heart attacks, cancer, and other serious health problems. The pollution affects everyone. For example, one Harvard University study estimated the life cycle cost and public health effects of coal to be an estimated 74.6 billion every year. So most of these negative health impacts come from air and water pollution that clean energy technologies simply don't produce. Wind, solar, and hydroelectric systems generate electricity with no associated air pollution emissions. So number three is inexhaustible energy. So strong winds and sunny skies, abundant plant matter, heat from the health and fast-moving water can each provide a vast and constantly replenished supply of energy. A relatively small fraction of US electricity currently comes from these sources, but that could change. One study have repeatedly shown that renewable energy can provide a significant share of future electricity needs, even after accounting for potential constraints. So number four is stable energy prices. So renewable energy is providing affordable electricity across the country right now, and it can help stabilize energy prices in the future. Although renewable facilities require upfront investment to build, they can then operate at very low cost. For most clean energy technologies and fuel is free. As a result, renewable energy prices can be very stable over time. Moreover, the cost of renewable energy technologies have declined steadily and are projected to drop even more. For example, the average price for to install solar dropped more than 70% between 2010 and 2017. The cost of generating electricity from wind dropped 66% between 2009 and 2016. Costs will likely decline even further as markets mature and companies increasingly take advantage of the economic scale. So the last one is employment. Compared with fossil fuel technologies, which are typically mechanized and capital intensive, the renewable energy industry is more labor intensive. Solar panels need humans to install them. Wind farms need technicians for maintenance. This means that on average, more jobs are created for each of unit electricity generated from renewable sources than from fossil fuels. Renewable energy already supports thousands of jobs in the United States. For example, in 2016, the wind energy industry directly employed over 100,000 full-time equivalent employees in a variety of capacities, including manufacturing, project development, and construction, and so on. So these are the benefits of renewable energy. And now I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ain. So I will present about the opportunities and challenge for green technology and renewable energy. Next slide. So for the green technology, wait, next slide. Green technology is environmental healing technology that reduce environmental damage created by the product and technologies for people convenience. It is believed that GT promise to augment farm profitability while reducing environmental degradation and conserving natural resources. Green technologies are suitable technologies that will not create footprint when they use for various process and application. Green technologies can support the use of natural organic resources and avoid production of green gases. They also consume less resource and do not support to increase the entropy of the universe. Green technology do not support any kind of environmental degradation. They support automation of every process and hence avoid human intervention. Since they do not support environmental degradation and contribute to creating the footprint, they are sustainable, improve the lifestyle of the peoples and contribute for human comfortability. The major technologies used in present days like aircraft technology, automobile technology, biotechnology, computer technology, and many more can be made green using the principle of green technology. Such green technologies may contribute to solving problem of society, both basics and advanced kind of civilizations. So uh, objective of green technology in various area of the society, such as agriculture. From agriculture, we can avoid environmental degradation in agricultural process, while in food processing, we can eliminate a poisonous content in food and to avoid green gas emissions and environmental degradation in all food packaging process. Next, for in health aspect, we can use green technology and green process in all health and medical services. Next, some of the challenge that we can get from green technology, we can identify appropriate technology suitable for income generation through sustainable agriculture. We can also examine the impact and implication of national policies for making a recommendation for the extension of appropriate technology. And we can also review the challenge and available policy option for adoption of GT sustainable agriculture integrates three main goal: environmental health, economic profitability, and social and economic equity. Next slide. So the opportunities and challenge for renewable energy, we can see that the benefit created by renewable energy are numerous. They include reduced cost, capacity to bring electricity to new remote location, thus improving living standard and opportunities to new communities. It can also create ability to increase security of energy generation and be less dependent on geopolitical issues. So using renewable energy technologies can reduce pollution and also address climate change. Um, for the challenge of renewable energy, firstly, cost. The most significant and well-known obstacle to renewable energy adoption right now is cost. In particular, the cost associated with buildings and installing facilities like solar or wind farms. As with most renewable source of energy, solar and wind are quite cheap to operate with their fuel being free and maintenance being minimal. Hence, the majority of the cost for renewable is in their installations. Upfront installation costs can make lenders more prone to seeing renewable as high risk, which has the effect of driving up borrowing rates and making it more difficult to justify the investment. Incidentally, for fossil fuel plant, rising fuel costs can be passed onto consumers who largely accept large price swings as a fact of life. This ability to pass on cost lowers the risk for investor and lenders. Next point is barriers to entry. With non-renewable energy being well established, the utilities behind this legacy system holds immense market power, and this present a powerful barriers for renewable energy. Solar, wind, and other renewable source of energy have to vie with deeper pocket, established infrastructure, and decade of experience of policy. So higher investment in clean energy from government via subsidies and other measures could level the playing field. The last point is oversupply. In recent years, governments and private companies around the globe have ramped up the production of solar panel. However, even with a growing industry, the large uptick in panel production create an oversupply situation. Since the supply is currently so much higher than demand, companies are scaling back their long-term investment and even going out of business. The oversupply situation of today could significantly hamstring the solar technology of tomorrow. So this could have the knock-on effect of disrupting its long-term adoption. I will pass to the next presenter.
Next, I will explain about the pros and cons of green technology and renewable energy. So the first pros is reduction of pollution. Generating electricity means that it less consumption of fossil fuels and also reduction in the pollution. So the example of reduction in the pollution is that air pollution, soil pollution, water pollution, and also plastic pollution. Next is it can save natural resources. So the green technology are meant to reduce our global use of natural resources. It is important, especially when it comes to fossil resources, because they are non-renewable and it will become depleted. For example, in order to avoid using the fossil fuels in the energy production, the green technology can enable humanity to produce energy with renewable and green resources. Next is the cons of green technology. The first one is higher upfront cost. The technology are typically more expensive than the traditional energy generator. Not only the research costs regarding the green technology, but also the implementation costs for companies. Therefore, some companies may refrain from switching to green technology due to the high upfront costs that related to it. Second is technical issues and implementation that take many years. Since the field of green technology is new, so there might be several technical issues that related to it. Every technology needs time to develop and get mature so that company can learn from mistakes that they made before. It will take many years to adjust the framework to green technology and also the transition process. Thus, many companies might not want to invest this time for benefit that might wait far in the future. I will pass to the next presenter.
Hello, my name is Farah Izzati binti Abdul Rashid. My matric number is 195339. So I will present about what is the future of green technology and renewable energy. Okay, do you know that 42% of land-based invertebrates, 34% of freshwater invertebrates, and 25% of marine invertebrates are at risk for extinction? This means that most of our animals are in extinction and most probably our future generations will not even see orangutan, harimau, and also lions. Okay, next slide. So, why should we care about our Earth? First is because of our future generations. As we all know, we are fortunate to live in a beautiful, diverse, nurturing, awe-inspiring planet. Our children and all future generations deserve the same. If we right now are feeling worried, we are not alone. Millions of people are working together for our planet. Events like Earth Hour are a brilliant reminder that together humanity is capable of great things and we can make change happen for the right reasons. Already, so much has changed since we first heard about the possible effect of climate changes. Beginning with the Rio Summit, then the Kyoto Protocol and the Paris Agreement, action on a global scale is speeding up. Now it is more important than ever that we use our action, our votes and our voices to tell political and business leaders that action on climate is absolutely essential. Next is coral reefs. I think most of us have watched Finding Nemo or Dory, and as we all know, Nemo and Dory are becoming harder to live in our seas right now because warmer air and ocean temperatures cause coral bleaching, where corals lose their color and may die. Ocean acidification from increased carbon dioxide in the atmosphere compounds the problem. Today, the ocean is 26% more acidic than it was back in 1990s, and the Great Barrier Reef has just experienced unprecedented back-to-back bleaching events in 2016 and 2017. Climate changes is very bad news for anyone hoping to see the Great Barrier Reef one day. Next is cleaner air. For cleaner air and cleaner water, you know that 2 in every 3 people worldwide live in regions of severe air and water scarcity. Even a small increase in global temperatures will destabilize the water and air cycle and could make air and water scarcity much worse. Climate change affects rainfall patterns, meaning both drought and flooding will be more common and more intense. And although it's highly comparable with life-threatening floods, climate change may already be making you late for work. As for the current issues right now in Malaysia itself, Pahang and Johor experience a very bad life-threatening floods which kills many people and affects many homes. Next is rainforest. As we all know, unique, irreplaceable, and often described as the world's lungs, rainforests are some of the most precious habitats on the planet. They really are amazing. The Amazon, for example, is home to an astonishing 1 in 10 of all the known species on Earth. Yet, over a third of the Amazon rainforest is already threatened by climate changes. It's a double-edged sword too. Worldwide forest destruction, mainly for agriculture, is a major cause for climate change, generating an incredible amount of greenhouse gases. And lastly is polar bear. Next slide. Can you all see these very cute polar bears? To let everyone know, polar bears are at a higher risk of extinction, and it is predicted that in 5 to 10 years, polar bears will slowly be gone forever. Next slide. So this is coffee lovers. I bet that many of us love to drink coffees from Starbucks, from Tea Life, from Chatham and so others. To let everyone know, climate changes can affect coffee productions in which in 10 to 20 years later, 1 cup of coffee can cost us around 30 to 40 ringgit. And especially for Starbucks, the founder of Starbucks itself said that one cup of venti Starbucks can cost us more than 50 ringgit. If this is because the coffee production's quality and quantity is very highly affected. Next. So for the main focus of the future technology, the first one is energy. Energy is considered the most pressing issues in matters green technology. There is no doubt that the world today is heading into the unknown if we continue to rely on fossil fuels. Fortunately, the energy sector worldwide is focusing more on the development of alternative fuels and energy sources. The manufacturing sector will also play a significant role in producing more energy efficient products that goes a long way into adapting the green way of life into the future. Next is sustainability. Companies and service providers are taking necessary steps and putting great effort into meeting social-related needs with sustainable solutions that will be used now and in the future without damaging or depleting natural resources. For instance, car wash businesses are opting for more efficient wash systems that help them recycle used water for use to reduce wastage. If you own a transit wash system, you will see how such solutions can help you save on water bills while also offering a sustainable solution to reducing water wastage. Next is source reduction. Companies in all manufacturing and industrial sectors around the world are also creating solutions geared towards reducing waste and pollution by changing how products are manufactured and consumed by end users and consumers in the market. Various steps are being taken to achieve this, such as recycling waste, purchasing remanufactured products like equipment and parts, instituting practices that reduce waste, opting for greener alternatives, and adopting green policies in the product and service sectors. Next is innovation. Innovation, as we all know, is the driver of future green technology and solutions. More focus is now on the development of better alternatives to the types of technologies that have proven to pose a danger to our environment and health. Innovation will play a huge role in changing trends in the use of fossil fuels, creating solutions for urban industrial pollution, and developing alternatives for chemical-intensive agriculture. Next is regenerative design. A large percentage of the world's waste is caused by the use of products like plastics that are not recyclable and non-degradable. Ending the cycle of using manufactured products that are not eco-friendly is a great focus in green technology today. Manufacturers are now creating products that can be fully reused, recycled, or reclaimed. As we can see nowadays in most shops like Tesco, Watsons and Guardians, if you smell the plastics, it will produce a very not good smell. That shows that their companies are using much safe plastics, which can be reused, recycled, and reclaimed. Last is green chemistry and nanotechnology. The future of green technology will largely depend on how businesses and organizations learn to invent, develop, manipulate, and apply different processes to products and materials at different levels. Whether it is through chemical processes or nanotechnology, this will play a huge role in helping us transform the manufacturing of products and chemical processes so as to reduce and eliminate the use and generation of hazardous materials and substances. Next. So, the new technologies for a green future. Global investment in green technology has been increasing by almost 20% over the last few years in different sectors like energy, innovation, and manufacturing. From small businesses, innovators, equipment manufacturers, and service providers to global manufacturing giants, investment into green technology is being considered in both small and large scale. So these are some of the exciting new technologies for a green future which we are already seeing now a few of them, and in the future for the next 10 to 20 years. The first is solar power. The solar power industry is growing fast and is aiming at achieving enough solar capacity in the future. As one of the leading green technologies with implementation all over the world, a lot of innovations are coming up every day. From solar rooftops and walls to large solar stations in desert and small solar innovations, car wash owners and other businesses can power their operations and cut energy costs. Of course, solar power is seen to use a very high cost, but to think of in a future and a long-term investment, solar power is a great alternative replacing our current energy uses. Next is vertical farms. With global population rising fast, providing sufficient food for everyone will be a problem in the coming future, especially when arable farmland becomes progressively limited by productivity and space. The solution lies in vertical farms or indoor farming in densely populated cities. Next is biodegradable products. As the world comes to terms with the level of damage that non-biodegradable products are doing to the environment, biodegradable alternatives to plastics are part of the future green technology solutions expected to bring change. Efforts are currently being made by manufacturers to produce safer products using biodegradable materials. This is the example is like I said before, plastics in Tesco, Watsons, and Guardians. Next is living buildings. Living buildings is planting roof gardens on flat top, open top buildings has been going on for some time now. However, this technology is being pushed further by architects and designers with more innovative concepts of making entire buildings and cities green. Urban jungles also help absorb heat, rainwater, and carbon dioxide as well as provide insulation. This means that our current and future architects and engineers should think more of a greener buildings instead of producing or designing designing buildings that is causing damage to our world. Next is windmill farms. As we all know, wind is one of the most critical natural energies available, so it presents a key area of focus in green technology. Innovative wind turbines are now being created with more attractive designs, better durability in strong weather, and better functionality even in low wind environments. And last is green computing. The future of green technology is bright, with innovations expected to change the way we do things, use day-to-day items, and even interact with our surroundings. Environmentally sustainable computing is another example of future green technology. With over 60% system components ending up in landfills, the focus is now shifting to more efficient and effective designing, manufacturing, testing, using, and disposing of computers and other related equipment and devices to ensure minimal or no impact on the environment. Next slide. So that's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, as a conclusion, a green economy substitutes clean energy and low carbon technology for fossil fuel, which address climate change, creates decent jobs, and reduce import dependency. New technology promoting energy and resource efficiency provide growth opportunities in new direction, offsetting brown economy job losses. Resources efficiency in both energy and materials use become a driving proportion, be it in better waste management, more public transportation, green buildings, or less waste along the food chain. Okay, that's all for us from us. Thank you.
Okay, let's do the game Kahoot. I will give your PIN number. You can open. Thank you.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.